Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, plays Binding by AFTERBIRTH Plus. Great runs. Recently, we got the outline of the post-it as Lazarus, and who are we missing a lot of stuff on? Blue Baby, Samson. Let's do a Samson run. We've done boss rush, all we need to do is win. By any means necessary. PLZSFZ 3K. Well, actually, I prefer to be on LTE. Well, it's a little joke for my telecommunications nerds out there. I don't know what LTE means. Light transfer experience? Largest transfer experience? To be fair, I don't know what 4G means either. Was there ever a time where we were on 1G? Did they call it 1G or did they just call it G? And then when there was 2G, did they ever consider it calling it GGG? So eventually we could get to the point where we could say GGGG, baby, baby, baby. I lived in Korea for a year. You'll allow me to make a dated K-pop reference, okay? I mean, not just allow, but you really can't stop. So, we did screw over our deal with the devil chances here, but honestly, like, some things are more valuable than a deal with the devil chance. And one of those things is being able to finish that room before I die of old age, thanks to these freaking spiders who just fly around, getting behind cover and annoying the bejesus out of me. If possible, see, we screwed it up. Oh no, we got lucky and they sort of started spreading the virus again. But if possible, it's better to kill an enemy that is surrounded by other enemies to begin our rooms here, because then the outbreak will spread and we'll be in a better place as a result. You're probably going down and you missed it somehow. But yeah, we've been playing okay. There have been some runs recently where I've been a little embarrassed by my play, but in a way it's almost, I don't mean this to be like what's the word I'm looking for? Self-aggrandizing, I guess. But it's kind of had precedence taken away from the fact that I played a little badly because of the novelty of being on a new save file. But that is going to wear out soon, if not having worn out already. So we should start to buckle up again, because there's no real reason most of the time to be losing a run in the late game. I still stand by the idea that there's always an excuse to be losing a run in the early game with certain characters. You know, life comes at you fast if you're playing as Judas, or you're playing as even like a bad Eden start. Blue Baby, things happen, you know? I think that would have done it. But to lose, like, a run at the very end of the game due to just bad play is really, like, where it all falls apart. Black Bean, huh? All-time classic, great item. One of the all-time greats, Black Bean, everybody. Black Bean! Not particularly interested in its effects because it is useless, although I will admit, if we're stretching this out, if we're gonna make this full-on ESPN NFL offseason, what does this tweet mean levels of discourse? Black Bean at least fits into our plans to have IV Bag later. We could theoretically use the Black Bean to deal damage every time we get hurt with IV Bag. I don't expect it to be reliable, but I do expect it to do something potentially. So can we open this golden chest up here? We can, but it'll cost us a bomb. And a bomb and key for a golden chest is not a bad deal necessarily, but if we could use that bomb to just get a tinted rock instead. And you might think this is silly, but I'm actually going to blow myself up here as well to get that extra damage bonus. Take us to 4.5 for the upcoming boss fight. 2 Spirit Arts, good payout. It gives us the best chance we could have asked for, really, to at least maintain our deal with the devil chance. It's never going to get higher than a 3rd right here, unless maybe, like, you give me the pentagram right off the bat. But I find this probably unlikely. One of these guys is still afflicted with Outbreak. I can't really consciously plan to use it, I think. That's too many spiders. One of them is a natural spider. You can tell, you know, the champion ones have the same kind of tint to them that the boss does. But then there's, like, this guy's lived through the whole fight. He's lived longer than the boss. Don't take the HP yet. Unnecessary. All things considered, it's probably very, very unlikely to get more difficult than a champion Ragman, so we should at least count ourselves lucky to some extent there. Oh! We were so close to perfection. Why I said it like that. Allora, we were so close to perfection. You have to excuse me, from a commentary standpoint, I'm a little distracted. Because I got HBO Canada just now. They got me. I'm not going to get on a soapbox about it, but I like Game of Thrones. I want to watch Game of Thrones as it comes out. Dude, these are all pretty good. The good news is we only need one of the flying items. So we'll just take Spirit of the Night and Dark Bomb, and we beat the odds on the deal with the devil, which is really nice. But let's go back and get some Spirit Hearts. The only way to get, well, the only legal way to watch HBO shows as they come out in Canada is, to the best of my knowledge, and I did research it a little bit, but there might be, I guess you can get a VPN or something like that, but I think is to get HBO on your cable service, and then also you can then watch it on demand on the app that comes with the Movie Network in Canada. Yeah, that's right, our movie network is called The Movie Network. I can't defend it. I'm just telling you like it is. But either way, so I called my cable company. I don't mind. HBO's expensive, but I really like HBO. And to be honest with you, I do turn on the TV like 3 times a week if I'm doing like a programming assignment or something. I like to have like a bad movie on in the background, and the Movie Network is great for getting those. Normally, I have to just turn into the Space Channel, and then they'll be playing like, you know, Prometheus for the 900th time, and I'm like, okay, let's watch it. But that's fine by me. But here's what bums me out. It is now 6 p.m. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 1 has started airing on the East Coast. Right now. It's on. West Coast doesn't air until 8 p.m. Pacific Time. Are there ways around this? Of course. Come on. Your boy grew up in the Napster age. I know all about your Bear Shares and your LimeWires and, sorry, torrents? What are those? No, I know all about what you're going to suggest to me as if I've been living under a rock for a million years. I like to support media creation because I work in the media creation industry and I have a disposable income that allows me to, you know, support content creators I enjoy and then be self-righteous about it afterwards. However, what's up with this nonsense? Why can't we watch it all simultaneously? I'm not saying that necessarily, you know, you should wait until 9 p.m. PST and then put it on, you know, at midnight and also at 9 p.m. You know what I mean? Like 12 Eastern is 9 Pacific, so I'm not saying you should just cater to PST. Why not just put it on here at 6? And then also put it on again at 9. You know, a rewatch. I know that they think they probably have good reasons, but I'm here to tell you as a millennial killing other industries for doing this sort of stuff. Stop that. HBO, you're able to survive right now because you have unparalleled, or at least for a long time, unparalleled shows. You know, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Dude, I just realized, literally just now while I'm talking, new Curb season starts in October. I'll be able to watch it as it comes on the air. That's sweet. You know, what's the other way? Insecure, great show. Silicon Valleys, I love it. Even though I've only seen like 5 episodes of season 3 on an airplane once. I was like, I understand this show to some extent. I think it's fun. I don't care. I love it. Anyway, what was I saying? You gotta stop that. I'm a reasonable man. Other people are gonna resent you for this decision. Probably already have. I mean, we're 7 seasons deep on this point. You're asking people for something that is unrealistic for them to meet you on. To wait an extra 2 hours versus the people that they know who live slightly further, you know, towards the eastern seaboard than them, just because of where you live. The same thing happens on Steam, I'll admit, you know, things unlock regionally, but I still think it's a silly practice. Just release it all at once, you know? If it's a retail product and you've got to fight, you know, GameStop is like, I don't want this to be available on Steam 8 hours earlier than it's available in our storefront. I can understand that, even though I do think it's kind of antiquated. But come on, HBO. This is the perfect opportunity to market, and I genuinely really like HBO. You know, when you get on an airplane and they got the TV section and it goes like comedy, drama. Air Canada has an HBO section. It's like, if I'm on a flight that I've already watched 2 movies on, that's the first section I click on. What do you got for me? I'll watch it. But you got, Game of Thrones is the perfect opportunity to market your service as like a little Netflix to a more savvy and younger generation. You're really dropping the ball here by making me wait like it's the freaking Stone Age. Now, the obvious counter-argument to that is like, oh, poor little baby has to wait 2 hours for his TV show. That's a very dismissive way to look at things, and, you know, your bones will be blown away on the ashes of the Mad Max-esque apocalypse. Although I will say I love the idea of a Mad Max. That's the mask by Jim Carrey in a Mad Max universe. Consider it. Just give it a shot. That's all I ask. Greenlight it. Make it right now. That's a very bad way to look at things. Because on Netflix, it's out. When it's out, it's out. Your competitors are leaving you behind here. You do have one competitive advantage, though. You got Game of Thrones. Use it! Quinn! Use it. I say this as somebody who just sent you 18 Canadian dollars this month to watch effectively 4 episodes of Game of Thrones. That's a high premium to pay to watch a television show, but you know what? Not everybody's gonna think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. And if I'm thinking like this, you gotta ask yourself, you know? What does the public at large think? Oh, come on. Pricing yourself out of the market with this ridiculous strategy. But mostly I'm just jealous that other people get to watch it first. For reasons that I feel are illegitimate. It also means that I can't check the Skype messages from my friends until 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time when I finish the episode, because who knows if, you know, someone's just gonna pop in there thinking we were all watching the episode simultaneously and go, oh, Jon Snow actually became Jon Fire when Azor Ahai came back from the dead and Clegane Bowl get hype confirmed. Like, I gotta self-police now. It's your little finger police. They have come for your unwed niece. Okay, it's like a weird Dead Kennedys mixed with Game of Thrones reference. King's Landing, Uber Alice. King's Landing, Uber Alice. Anyway, that's like a 4,000 view YouTube video. That one's going nowhere, let's be honest. Okay, how's this run looking? Well, actually really good except for our HP. And that's a very common NL concern because I'm throwing my HP away on deals with the devil that don't necessarily garner anything for us. But, you know, we have roughly, I think we have like 8.5 damage. I've taken a little damage on this floor. We have no spacebar item. That's a positive followed by a negative. We have no HP, but we do have Dark Bomb. But negative luck is going to mean that we're probably less likely to have Dark Bomb pay out than I'd like, because we're not going to get as many red hearts, probably, but anything can happen. Get some spirit hearts there. Thank you very much. We have a key. I think we should pop... Wait, what are we on here? Flooded Caves 2. Okay, so we're like right on schedule. I think we should take this. Thank you for the half red heart. We don't need that card. Yeah, take 2 of diamonds with you. I don't even think we should go to the shop on this floor. I think we should save the key. And this is like, I'm in full on using my brain for actual Isaac acumen at the moment. See what we get in here and then, you know, play our cards right. Let's go. That's terrible. We should use... Here's why we shouldn't spend. I want to get everything. I want it all. And the easiest way for us to do that is to make sure that we have enough money to get an arcade on the final floor, while also, you know, having enough money to hopefully donate a little bit and, you know, amp up our shops, or at least get closer to amping up our shops. And this actually gives us the leeway of which we were so desirous. Fantastic. What else do you watch on HBO? What does HBO have? It's Curb Your Enthusiasm. If I travel back in time, I can watch the Larry Sanders Show. One of my, you know... by the way, if you got time... And I'm prefacing that because I have respect for your time. There's unlimited media out there today. We've talked about this on the NLSS many, many times, but there's literally it used to be, you know, in like the year 2003, it was like, you have to watch this TV show. Because 90% of TV shows are garbage. So this one's not garbage, you gotta see it. This is why, like, everybody in my peer group watched Arrested Development. You know, it was a good comedy on television, like primetime television. What is going on? It's a breath of fresh air. We're spoiled now. I was gonna say you're spoiled now, but oh, that was stupid. I'm spoiled now as well. Oh, like, 80% of TV is great. I look at the reviews for a TV show. If it's like, oh, the average score 91, I'm like, put it on the maybe pile, right? We're in a golden age, so I have respect for your time. I hate when people, it's totally fine to recommend something, but then when they check back later and they're like, did you watch it? Nah, I haven't seen it. Literally what you've given me is like, oh, you should really watch, let's take Breaking Bad as an example. You should watch Breaking Bad. It's a wonderful show. You know Breaking Bad is a wonderful show because the internet has not had Breaking Bad backlash yet. You know how good a media property has to be universally beloved and not have edgelords come out of the woodwork and be like, well, actually, it's not that. They stole a lot of the ideas from, you know, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. That's how good it is that it has conquered cynicism mostly. That's all you can ever ask for. That's incredible. If I said, hey, you should watch Breaking Bad, and then 3 months later I come back and I go, how about that Breaking Bad? And you go, I didn't watch it. I have no right to be, you know, even the slightest bit perturbed. There's, like, technically 6 seasons of Breaking Bad. Every episode is, like, an hour long. I just gave you, like, a 30-hour task. And then we're supposed to just be like, thanks for the recommendation. That's a long task. It's enjoyable, admittedly, but, you know, again, oh, sorry, I can't watch Breaking Bad. I'm already watching these other shows that got put on my to-do list because somebody else recommended them. That's how I feel when people recommend. You know, I watched 1995 Ghost in the Shell. And I watched Your Name, Kimi no Nawa. I watched Spirited Away. And then people started coming out of the woodwork. And they're like, you know, you should watch like this 38 season anime. And I'm like, it's not possible. You've unlocked Necropolis. That's the first time we fought the gate, I guess. We should go back to the item room. I've seen a few more animated movies. Sometimes I go, hey, what's an anime? Oh, what'd you see? I saw Ghost in the Shell. Oh, well, that's not an anime. That's just a Japanese animated movie. There's no winning, is there? I'm just being sarcastic mostly, but I don't know. I feel like recommendations made more sense when I was younger because a lot of media, well, not a lot, but some media was trash. If you ever go back to like the 1980s, look at like Rotten Tomato scores and stuff like that. I know Rotten Tomatoes, but anyway, I digress. You know, there were a lot of movies that were just garbage that got like wide theatrical releases. That never happens anymore. Or it happens rarely now. And I'm not talking about movies that are like, you know, oh, Transformers. I'll go to bat for railing on Transformers. I hate it. However, Transformers has some appeal to a certain group of society. I'm talking about movies like Avalanche, famously lampooned on this new season of Mystery Science Theater 3000. By the way, if you get 20 hours and you enjoyed the earlier seasons of Mystery Science Theater, don't hesitate. The new season, I was as skeptical as anybody else that a rebooted Mystery Science Theater would have the same level of charm. It totally works. Like, I'm not even telling, like, it does an 80% work. After, like, the first 15 minutes of the first episode, it is just Mystery Science Theater 3000. Anyway, talking about Avalanche. Movie nobody asked for, nobody liked, came out probably in, like, you know, 1,500 theaters. That doesn't happen that much anymore. Maybe new Underworld movies. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway. I don't know where I came up with this, but, or how I got on this tangent. I'm just, media recommendations, I get like really, I guess I get really Larry David-y about them, because it's just too much, to watch. I was there with like, when I was with my parents like 3 weeks ago. Kept asking me, have you seen this show? Have you seen this show? Have you seen this show? Eventually I had to just basically come out with like a blanket statement and be like, I haven't seen any shows. I watched Game of Thrones. I watched, admittedly, like 7 seasons of The Good Wife over the course of 18 months. And I enjoyed almost every darn minute of it, except after season 5 it tanks pretty badly. Anyway, and then I watch whatever movie the Space Channel has on between the hours of 8 to like 1 a.m. on Friday nights. That's my level of program. Oh, well, that's not true. I watched the first 3 seasons of Orange is the New Black, but that was like 3 years ago now. I'm not above media, just, you know. I know what I like, I think. I don't know. Dude, I hate this. I paid it forward for me to get something out of this donation machine. We've effectively got more than 51 cents. I know it says we got 51 cents. That's a lie. We have more than 51 cents. Because we have the 2 of diamonds. But they won't let me donate. So now, I feel compelled, against my will. Now we got some good rapid fire here, though. I feel compelled, against my will, to go to the Hush fight, just so I can donate this ridiculous sum of money. I'm just gonna level with you. We don't really have the kind of run where it's, like, guaranteed that we can beat the Hush. Why did I think that we had 10 damage when we have... Oh, you know what? We have good damage, but we haven't been hit on this floor, so Bloody Lust hasn't popped. And we've got Liberty Cap giving us Skinny Odd Mushroom, which is a damage downgrade. So that's our problem right there. Take the negative. Dude, absolutely take Sin Robes. I think that gives us the Whore of Babylon state. We don't want any of that. That's junk. Look for Tinted Rocks and then run. Well, actually, you know what? It's not junk, because the Unicorn Horn is not that good. I'd rather teleport, and then possibly... I mean, I do want to peep that room, but possibly get an arcade, although I can't see how much HP we have right now. We know we have at least 3 black hearts backing us up, so... We can gamble on a blood bank a little bit. Just see if we get Whore of Babylon. Hedge our bets. Actually, we're at maximum HP, so I don't know what I was worried about. I was too busy focusing on, you know, media. I don't think it's selfish to give a media recommendation. If you flash back to an episode of the NLSS, I think I actually said it's selfish to give a media recommendation, but that's just because I'm playing a, you know, caricaturized version of myself on the NLSS. You know, I take my opinions and extrapolate them to the extreme. However, I still, you know, whenever someone goes, if someone goes, you should watch this, I tune it out usually. It's just too much. I'm not gonna say watching TV is too much work. That's an intellectually dishonest distillation of my point. I'm just saying that watching things takes a long time. You know, if you're like, you should watch this movie, it's 2 hours long. That's easier to sell me on. There's a lot of movies that fit the bill there for me. I've never seen The Shawshank Redemption. I should just put it on. Never seen Schindler's List. Just put it on. I haven't gotten around to it, but, you know, you just put it on. Inertia will carry you the rest of the way. But when it comes to, like, TV shows, I feel like everybody disagrees with me on this point. But then if someone were to recommend them a book, they'd immediately be like, I don't have that kind of time. Oh, you should really read, like, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Recommending a book? What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. I'm talking about television here. I don't think television rots your brain. I'm just saying they're in the same ballpark in terms of time investment at this point. I've also never read Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. But I know a lot of people who have. I'm not sure it's the kind of book for me. But I could be wrong. It is well loved for a reason. I'm judging it based on an indirect access here. Anyway, what am I even talking about? Dude, I'm kind of amazed that there's like no Netflix for audiobooks. Everybody's jumping out of their chair right now. What about Audible? I have an Audible account, and I buy things on Audible. I'm listening to a book right now called Algorithms to Live By. It's interesting. I'd probably give it a 3, you know, tying into a previous discussion. And if you went, oh my god, just remember, I don't think 3's a bad score. I think 3 is like worth... I'm not disappointed that I spent my time listening to this. Anyway, Audible's not quite there. You're still like, you know, maybe I'm missing it, but I'm buying books a la carte, and they're pretty pricey. Maybe like the book publishing industry, you know, they have banded together to form like an anti-Netflix of books cartel to keep revenues high. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know anything about this side of the industry, let's be honest. I've also never been sponsored by Audible. I don't know what's up with that. Hey, Audible. Here, let me do my Audible pitch to you. This is just a demo reel. I'll do one for all the ones that sponsor YouTubers. This episode of The Binding of Isaac is brought to you by Audible. Visit audible.com, use keyword Northernlion, and get 10% off your first audiobook download. Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this episode. If you're looking to create a website easily with no technical knowledge required, Squarespace is the platform for you. Go to squarespace.com, type in the code NLSS for your first month free. What's up, boys? Big ups to G Fuel for hooking me up fat in this episode. Alright. I'm just saying, there's only like a few companies that sponsor YouTubers. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't managed to get in touch with the Audible, the Squarespace people. Who else is there? You know, the Casper Mattress Company. There's more that I'm not thinking of. Has Soylent done it yet? Soylent won't do it for me because I don't have the Soylent physique. I don't embody the Soylent lifestyle. Oh, thank you very much. Maybe one day. Keep grinding out those 70-minute walks, and I'll get this the Soylent contract. Tomo, somewhere over the Tomo way. Oh, he hates that. There's a Tomo who's sleeping. Oh, as usual, we have to donate exactly 2 cents. Sure? Okay. Basically trash. We don't have many flies. Let's go for $3 bill. Do we have keys for sale? Yes, we do. Yas. Is it the Nintendo thing? Is it because I have said the F word in videos before? Whoa, that's a shot speed and a half. The charge bars are very strange with this. I guess I just have to wait for the charge bar to appear and then the shot can fire. I got a rhythm now. Like Rogers and Hammerstein. No, wait. Gershwin? Holland, Dozier, Holland? 2-1 drop on Stenoma. Load explode on Edward Hawthorne, please. I'm not going to use all of our Magic Fingers plays yet. I want to use them, of course, but I'm not going to use them until we've taken as much damage as it looks like we're likely to take. And then I can use them to be more efficient every single time instead of taking, you know, no half measures is what I'm trying to get at here. And now, who the heck is Holland, Dozier, Holland? Holland, Dozier, Holland. You recognize this? Gung, ga, gung, ch, gung, ga, gung, ch. That's right, it's the Be My Baby drum intro. Popularized by songwriters Holland, Dozier, Holland. Motown songwriters in the 1960s. Or as I like to call it, the 70th, the 7th decade. There you go. See what there's a joke in there about, you know, it's strange to learn it as a kid when you're like the 1800s or the 19th century. What a country. We don't call the 70s the, you know, the 8th decade. The 8th decade of the 20th century. Actually, sometimes documentaries do that when they're trying too hard. Magic Fingers did nothing for us here. We could still die. We're fighting back. We really shouldn't. Oh, we can fire like crazy now. great shot. Can't deny it. Kind of getting mind flooded by the number of objects on the screen right now. Help. Okay. Starting to get a little afraid. Oh, look at that damage bonus, though. That was like the terminal damage bonus. It's huge. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. And not in like a gonna get it like we're gonna die and be punished sort of way. Let's go. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Wait. We're still going. I'm not going to the Delirium fight. I'm not going. I forgot this doesn't end it anymore because we've unlocked this. Where do you think you're going, mister? Really, we're still in a good spot. I wish I hadn't taken so much damage, but it was unintentional. It's not like I just got super lazy about it. Literally, my brain could not process the number of flashing lights there. Moore's Law does not apply to me. The only law that applies to my brain is Alan Moore's Law, which is the law that your protagonist should always be a relatively bad dude himself, to call into question, you know, the moral fiber of characters as being black and white. I actually, like, want to lower our shot speed by a factor of about 1,000. If we could get to the point where our shots actually hung out on top of enemies' hitboxes for longer than, like, a millisecond, I'd be a very happy boy. Thank you for the HP. I do appreciate it. You know what? Thank you for the HP yet again. We struggled a little bit on the Hush fight, but apart from that, very, very solid run. And you know what? We've been getting good momentum. We've been ticking things off the to-do list that are not easy. You know, a Hush fight, not easy. Not the hardest task in the game, but not easy. And I like the idea. That actually lowers our speed. Excuse me? But that also lowered our speed. We must have had the right kind of mushroom to get a speed upgrade. And that just, it clouded the statistical analysis there. I do see that there's a Dark Bum gettable Red Heart back there. Yeah, we'll probably go back for that because a couple bad hits and my mom might get scared and move me with my auntie and uncle in Bel Air, which doesn't sound so bad. Let's just wait it out for a minute here. Maybe we'll lose all desire to get more HP because we'll stomp on these enemies. It's easy to kill them when they're in the corners. Like, that's automatic. Ooh, be careful. One makes you larger. That's no good. I'm just asking for, like, 2 Spirit Hearts. If we can get 2 Spirit Hearts, I'm a very happy boy right now. I don't think the bombs are going to do anything for me. So yeah, of course, hit me up on Twitter. I think I just called it Twinner. That's a new site I've invented, and it's for people who like to eat tuna for dinner. Not just like, you know, now and then. Wow. But like literally every night. So hit me up on Twinner. It's an app I've invented. It takes a photo of you and then creates a gender-bent version of it and then gives you a yes or no question of would you smash. Hit me up on Twinner. It's a social network I've invented that only twins and people who love them can go to. So you gotta, it's like you're a cop, you gotta tell me. If you're not a twin, you can't be on the website. It's stealing from me. I don't give you my permission. So I'm a little scared. We are on 1 Spirit Heart. We're very, very strong. Like, how much you want to make a bet I could throw a football over them mountains? However, strong doesn't mean that much if we got no, makes you larger. If we got no HP backing us up. I shouldn't have even walked through that. That could have been dicey. Watch out. You got scatter bombs. You got to be careful about those. No red hearts, huh? Okay, okay. I mean, we do have monkey's paw, so really all we need is to get, like, HP. And then after we get hit, we'll get HP back. At least a few times. So we just need the first hit there. I really thought we just died. I felt like a flash of energy just went through my chest. Like, you idiot, you just got yourself killed. Hey, but thankfully, no such luck. See? Wait. Whoa. You gotta be on a half heart to make monkey's paw work. I got cocky before I knew the reality of the situation. Okay, we've gone through the actual hard part. As long as our speed is high enough to take us to the other side in time, we should be fine here. And yeah, there's an accidental but also intentional Red Hot Chili Peppers reference there. Because I was alive in 1999 when that song came out. You're done. You're dusted. We win. Another close one that had no reason to be close. Bloody Lust has... Now we can get on other characters. And also the Polaroid. We must have filled in the entire Polaroid and get, you know, lots of other challenges unlocked as well. Hey, sweet. Forgot Isaac's dad had a mustache. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.